still going?
We're going now.
No.
You ready? The most professional, unprofessional intro ever.
No, I tried to share it, but it went away.
This is a barrel proof podcast. Does not sound like Big Coleone because it's your boy Bourbon Ty on the board tonight.
I see that, man. You got Maduro Chocolate Anejo in the building.
Mr. Camtech in the house.
And Old Man Dan.
Man. So we got to give a shout out to BC. He's holding a freaking hospital bed down for right now with
Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday.
BC.
No way to spend your birthday than in that hospital bed. So much respect, all that good stuff. So we are on location tonight, and it's not a Wednesday. We're not in the Bat Cave. We are at Ayra's Bourbon and Cigar Lounge on 27th Street. Great place. Love to come back. Kind of our second home, second institution, if you want to call it that. But we're here for a little special event. And before we introduce that, MC, how was your week? How was your weekend?
Weekend was busy. I hurt my knee over the weekend. But other than that, worked. Pretty busy. Yeah, pretty busy. Nothing spectacular.
Yeah. I mean, how many times do you say fuck them kids today?
Boy, I told Joel a story today. Oh my goodness.
Let's save that for story time.
Story time with MC.
Story time with F them K's.
Yeah, I've got an actually F them kids this weekend too.
Oh.
Yeah, my son had his golf team ended up having a fundraiser, and they're trying to see how many holes they can golf on a simulator. Well, they were short of hitting their goal, so Camtech decided to step up and did the calculations. This is how many holes you can get done on a simulator within an hour. This is how many people. So I'm like, okay, $2,100 is what they needed. So $3 a hole. I got this. 700 holes. We're going to hit that number.
Sure.
No, they decided to scramble, and their holes were 1,242 instead of 700.
Wow.
Oh,
Damn.
So fuck them kids.
yeah. Jeez. Wow.
Damn.
Well, man of your obvious refinement. It's all for the kids, right?
It's all for the kids. It's all
Something.
good.
I know. I keep hearing that, but
That's a lot, dude.
how's the
I
retirement
just
life
have to
there, old
work
guy?
extra hours.
Very busy. I was fighting a head cold over the weekend, so I'm on the mend. Nothing that a little bourbon and honey can't cure.
Right?
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Cool. So we're on location at Ayra's. We're actually in the foyer. It's actually a pretty large foyer. I don't hate being out here. It would be exorbitantly loud.
It's hot in there too,
and it's warm. So we got some sunbeam. Wonderful daylight savings time last week. Kind of still getting over that. I can never adjust. I adjust finally, and then my body's like, no, you never adjusted to begin with, and then you do adjust, and then you're exhausted because you've lost an hour. I still don't understand, but yeah, we're at Ayra's. We're killing it with Scottie Pippen. So Scottie Pippen has a bourbon out there called Digits. It's a cool bottle. I like it. It's with
Savage Cook. Isn't that a distiller?
Got the bottle right there.
yeah.
Wait, say that again. I was looking at the stream, but go ahead.
It looks like Burning Chair.
Yeah.
Burning Chair.
It's made by the same
Savage
people
and Cook. Yep.
Savage and Cook.
Same people who make Burning Chair, Bad Sweater. They have one with the lady on it where she's draped in black. And there's another bottle.
That was as close to America as we'll get.
Glass top.
Glass top.
I'm feeling fancy. And I mean, the cool thing about the bottle is when it's done, it can be used as a nice infinity bottle with the glass top.
Right.
I do like that classic bottle, like that. It reminds me of the Untitled that I get. It's that kind of that same bottle, smooth edges, but has some structure to it. But we'll get the bourbon in a little bit. But we're at Ayra's. Fahim reached out to us actually last podcast. I think it was last podcast, and he wanted us to come down and hang out, and hopefully we'll have Scottie on just a little bit later and get to talk to bourbon. Get to talk to the myth and the legend about bourbon and cigars. So it's kind of exciting. So
It is. As I look around and What's up, man? How you doing?
Club.
All right, that's my buddy Harrison right there.
Harrison.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Talking bourbon.
he was actually in a total wine class that I did for bourbon.
Oh.
And that's how I introduced.
There you go.
And I've known him longer than that. We know each other for cigars, But I just happened to be doing the class, and I told him, I do a podcast with a bunch of buddies, and there it is. There it is.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
But I was saying about these, the people in here, you could tell, there's a lot of people coming in and out. You have your true bourbon enthusiasts, you have your intermediates, your new people, and then you have your basketball fans. I'm seeing a lot of basketball fans come in, getting basketball signed, hat signed, all that type of good stuff. But which is
That's cool.
which is a good, which is kind of cool. It really is cool. Ran into one of my buddies from Racine. I went to high school with. I grew up with. He was up here. Shout out to Kinesco. He also takes pictures as well. He was up here for a little bit. Talked to him for a minute, and it's cool. Cool to see people like that. Cool.
Pro pour and a half.
Oh shoot. I forgot to stop.
Yeah, we're gonna smash this bottle. Let's turn around. Let's make sure that we got Scottie's hand on the.
Got Digits.
there.
So Digits, 46% alcohol, 92 proof, right?
Wet your whistle.
92.
92. It's a whistle wetter. Major
Any
pause.
statement on this?
Major pause. Major.
No. So distilled in Tennessee.
It's a blend.
So-
It's a blend.
So I'm thinking this is probably a Dickel product.
Probably
We can only
an
speculate.
MGP. It's a blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Tennessee was it Tennessee and Indiana blend, and we know what comes out of Indiana.
Yeah. So 92 proof. I don't hate the nose at all.
No, it's
like
different.
bright.
You know
It's
what I
bright.
don't like about it, and especially now that I'm we got a lot of natural light today. But
wonderful.
when you look at,
Wonderful.
I'm not so dark.
Wait till I stroke your leg later.
Major.
The song will go down. It'll be fine.
But look at the color on it. The color on it is so light. I'm like, it's like, okay, when you look at the color, I'm thinking two things when I look at the color. I'm thinking it does have legs.
Yeah, it does.
It has legs. So I'm thinking two things with this coloring. I'm thinking it's either it's young or it's finished. Because the company that makes this, they're a winemaker.
Sure.
Could be both, especially with the legs. Color and legs.
Yeah, I mean the nose is pleasant. There's almost a floral component. It is. You can definitely tell there's some youth to it. Don't hate that at all, but it's a younger. I'm gonna say less than 4 years, but something right around there.
Honestly, it's surprising me. I didn't expect much from it.
Sure.
But it's not
Sure.
bad.
And frankly, like 92 proof, wet the whistle. Like we could easily crush this bottle. Without
we're going
even
to.
thinking about twice.
We're going to crush this bottle.
What we should do is we
Sorry,
should go
Camp.
find an empty bottle from camp and then give him the empty bottle, even if we only have a little bit left here. So,
Yeah. Talk to Bree, sneak one from behind the bar.
right.
That's all you got to do.
So-
Talk to
There you go, Brad. You got a job to do.
Get an
You're on a
empty
mission.
bottle.
Find an empty bottle.
There's plenty.
So the palate, surprisingly, still has a bunch of oak.
You think so?
I got quite a bit of oak. It's very light. It's very mild. You don't get the wood tannins from an heavily aged bourbon, but you still get a little bit of oak.
I do get what you're saying though about finish. It's almost like a Chardonnay in there.
I think
I got a little cherry up front, but then it just switched like to Chardonnay.
Yeah, I got pit fruities, cherries.
and I'm not a wine drinker, but I know finished when I taste it.
Yep.
I don't know if we're gonna get
You
that.
have to say that though.
Well,
So is this saying bourbon or whiskey?
it says bourbon whiskey, so
so by it saying bourbon whiskey,
it's a virgin barrel.
they may be able
Still,
to
it's
get
still
away with it.
technically bourbon, but distilled in Tennessee. You've got a couple different options there, and then the blend. So
That's the whole thing. You can say bourbon whiskey, because maybe half the blend is bourbon. If they have a couple of finished barrels, they'd have to identify it some other way.
I just looked at it the other day.
But I don't know.
And I could have. It said it was a blend. It was a Tennessee Indiana blend. That's what it was saying to me when I looked it up. Now I've had this bottle when it first came out, which I'm gonna say probably a couple years ago, before it hit, and I actually got it from Timers and Racine. I actually got it when we came back from our either before or after our Kentucky trip. The first time I met you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I was excited. Picked it up. I'm like, hey, we got an African American in the bourbon. So I'm going to try it out and see how it is, and hopefully it's better than something else that I've had. But we'll see how it went. So I tasted it and I was like, okay, this is different. And if I'm not mistaken, my first bottle did not have I don't think it had a glass top. I don't think it had a glass top. I think it had a cork.
Right.
So I think that whole line, that whole distillery, Savage or Cook, I think that's their new thing now, where they say, no, we're just gonna put a glass top on there, which is cool.
All right, you want to hear something?
Yes.
The youngest bourbon in the blend is 5 years old.
Wow. See, that's stunning. That's.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed it.
I don't want to say the word. It's almost a little underwhelming because it's the youngest being 5 years old. That's nuts. Yeah.
It's hard to believe.
I mean, I was thinking this was a 2.5 years.
I'm going to comment too.
Not a bad 2.5.
We also are drinking 92 proof, where we're usually I wet the whistle with the 127 store pick from Chicken Cock. So I mean, it's a shout out Greg Schneider. We love that stuff. So ultimately, I'm going to say mild. I'm going to say good.
Yeah, it's a good whistle wetter, or whatever. Wet your whistle. Pause. It's something good to start off with.
This is yeah.
Fuck you. Can I say that? We're live.
We just have to put that NC-17 logo down at the bottom, something like that. So, all right. So, consensus: thumbs up on the nose, thumbs down,
thumbs up
sideways?
on the nose, for sure.
I got nothing on the nose.
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
I got bright. Yeah, I got bright floral, like very mild.
I'll take that back.
I would lose a bet if I said it was more than 5 years old, and if that's the youngest distillate at 5 years old, like I'm doing something wrong.
Oh yeah.
That the color you eat with your eyes. I've said that 1,000 times, right? I should probably put that on a shirt. You eat with your eyes first.
Maybe these barrels were, or a one char.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think
super
so?
Light char on it or something like that.
Who knows what they end up doing to it?
So it has to be bourbon, so 51% corn.
I think it was 75% corn. They gave me.
I see, and that's probably where I get the sweetness, because corn, like you get that Hudson Baby Bourbon, is 100% corn, and to me that single mash bill is actually that is like super sweet to me, because corn is naturally really sweet.
75% corn, 21% rye, 4% malted barley.
Yeah, very unique, very different. Having the tasting from Wisco Bourbon with the Chattanooga tasting we did a couple weeks ago, that being 2.5 years and significantly darker than this, that's still super. It's surprising me. It's good. It's not bad. I got a thumbs up on the nose. It's really bright, floral almost.
Yeah, I'll give you that. So when people ask me, and that's why I'm going to recant back to what you're saying, when people ask me, what do you get on the nose? I'm looking for something overpowering, and the floral to me isn't overpowering, because I guess I'm such a 120 plus hazmat guy. I'm used to smelling like some major molasses.
You're looking for the ether too. Like there's some ether behind it. There's some alcohol behind that. So
I mean, yes, it is very, very floral-y.
But she's got legs.
Yes, she does. And so as you were looking up, Mr. Cam Tech fact checker, is there anything disclosed about it being finished?
No, absolutely not.
I don't think we'll get that.
No, but they do say a proprietary blend.
Yeah,
proprietary.
there's some good stuff. I can't complain.
No, we won't.
No.
We won't. We won't.
They probably got a Solera system set up with Chardonnay barrels, and you don't know it.
And see, I've never had Chardonnay.
Chard, bright fruit. I I'd almost agree.
But I
So, you guys remember my question last week?
What's that?
My question that I had for you guys.
Oh yeah, the daily drinker.
All right.
Daily
so we
drinker.
started with the daily drinker.
oh shit.
So we started with the daily drinker. We had two different definitions. We're kind of going down straight courses. So we're putting the daily drinker to bed. But I've got some more questions that we have.
Well, let's go
And
for it.
it builds us some discussion because ultimately you say you drink daily,
Every day.
right? And that wasn't necessarily the full question. So, as I walked down Ayra's bourbon aisle, I was very impressed to see, they've got 175s of various brands that are sitting there. And that includes Jack Daniel's, 1792, Old Forester. There's a lot of different brands there that you see and enjoy and you could enjoy every day. That 750 of Old Forester 100 proof, $26. That 175 is probably 35 or 40, right around there. 175, almost 2 liters of alcohol for $40 is pretty decent to me. So if you don't ask me, so my question this week kind of goes along the line of novice bourbon drinkers to the pros. All right, I can think everybody at the table here has a pretty vast, pretty deep collection of bourbon, and I'm gonna call out Camtech over here because he had bottles that were hidden at Camp Fest that weren't even available to us.
Oh, they were there.
I didn't even think I was ever on that level with Mr. Camtech, but
Oh, they were out there.
They were out there.
They were
They
on
were there.
display, but
Yeah.
I wasn't letting. There were 3 bottles.
Yeah.
I wasn't letting people open because I had them set aside for raffle
So
events.
between, I guess there's like 3 questions within the one question. So between your collection, is there a price point or a specificity to a specific bottle? So is it exciting or not exciting depending on where you're at? But is there a price point? Is there a exclusivity bottle that you would or would not share with a bourbon novice? And I guess third question, and maybe it's the first question, so I'm going to confuse you guys. First question, what is your first bottle you gravitate to someone that wants to try to get into bourbon?
Oh.
And then secondary questions were my first questions, which now are my second question because I want to confuse you. We're going to say, where is that line in the sand that bourbon noob isn't going to be able to touch them bottles?
Bourbon noob. I like to send them towards a weeded.
Okay.
Really?
I like it.
It's sweeter. It's usually easier to drink. There's a reason why I ended up with 3 cases of Red Fife.
I'm going to have to holler at you with that too.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
You're gonna drink all of them?
I'm down to 1 case.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
When we went 2 years ago, went down there and tried that Red Fife, I knew I was going to buy a bunch of cases and distribute to people who weren't there.
Sure.
So I contacted those
Nice.
people, and I'm down to my last case now.
Nice.
Essentially.
I got 3 bottles right away, and 1 bottle got sold off to a buddy that is around but not around, and then we cracked the bottle that's half gone already.
Yeah,
so we're going to go into that third. And
You crack that bottle and it's gone within a day. I mean, it can just. I've got 2 bottles cracked. I got 1 at home. I got 1 at the shop. The one at the shop is, people are coming in there and, hey, I want to try that. I want to try it.
Yeah, it's super.
So, but I'll lean towards a weeded. I've got a couple of them out there, and
nice
with
shoes,
this-
by the way.
Oh, you didn't hear
Of
you.
course, ones, eh?
No, those are Jordan 6s.
Oh,
But
I don't
the no, that Red Fife though is one I'm giving everyone right now.
Well,
And-
I didn't get one.
I only have 2.
A pour? And you got a pour over at Mr. Charleston's. Don't give me that shit. So a weeded is kind of where I head with people if they're just trying to get into it. I do have a couple of Wellers. I've got a really good Old Elk store pick weeded. That's just dynamite from Pierce. I think it's Pierce's. No,
Pearson's.
Pierce's Liquor over in Baraboo.
Pearson's.
Pearson's.
Pearson's. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my God, that's the one that I ended up half or a third of that bottle ended up on Dan Peterson's floor in his office because that desk sucks. But no, I mean it's one
So
that I love.
specifically, not just the genre. What specifically? What's that one bottle you're going to grab to start with
For someone else or myself?
for that noob?
For that noob. Boy.
You can't pick like a limited bottle because that's not going to be this.
No, I mean,
No.
so a guy walks into your collection and be like, oh yeah, I've really been into bourbon, but I don't really know what to try.
Okay, they see the Eagle Rare, they see the Buffalo Trace, they want to try it.
Sure.
I mean, that's why it's there. Eagle Rare I'll drink on a regular basis. Buffalo Trace not as much, but hey, I've heard so much about this.
Sure.
So that's what that's there for. I mean, granted, it's not weeded, but that's the lower proof. When you start getting away from lower proof, then that's when the weeded comes in.
So they really enjoy the Eagle Rare, and they really enjoy. You've got a Antique 107 that's got a bunch of volume left, so you give them a little bit of pour 107.
A little bit of that.
Yeah,
I used to give out Breckenridge, Breckenridge, and Russell's Reserve 10 when it was $19 a bottle.
Sure.
Those two were also good ones. Just hey, this is
100%.
this is what I started with. You should probably try this too.
Yeah. All right.
So those two are pretty solid.
Okay. So you get the BT products, Eagle Rares, the Buffalo Trace because it's kind of hard to find, kind of hard to see, and then you gravitate a little bit different. All right. What's that price point? High price point where you're like, oh, this is $100 bottle, or is that person really going to appreciate it?
Oh.
You have.
It depends on the person. It really depends on the person. I've had people who.
So this is on that person that was like,
really,
oh man, this is super good at Eagle Rare, and oh man, maybe you bring a Nulu pick out.
I did have oh god, I did have one bottle I'd taken out, our butterfly bottle, the Blue Run.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I took that Blue Run. That wasn't cheap when I got it.
It's not.
And I picked that thing up. I brought it over to a buddy's house. Well, one of his friends came over and started making mixers with it. And I was like, I told him, dude, I paid $140 for that bottle. He sat the glass down and he's just like, don't ever let me pour here ever again. I said, don't worry about it. I don't care. If you like it, just drink it.
Well, that just
But
elevates
I like
that
to
craft
freak 'em out.
cocktail even
Irony.
more, right?
The heartbreak, the travesty.
But they don't know.
No, they had no clue. They just saw a bottle that looked cool and
You have
poured a mixer with it.
If you're at a party where it's not that many people, so first
We
of all,
were all on the back porch smoking cigars. He was in the kitchen. He's seen the bottles were laid out on the counter, and they were sitting next to
kind of like a bottle share.
next to your Beam Black and Evan Williams and other things that we were mixing with. So he's just seen the bottle and it's like, oh, cool bottle.
Mr. Camtech, that was the first mistake.
Yeah, a little bit lesson learned.
Blue Run should not been next to Jim Beam Black.
Nope, it shouldn't have.
It should have been somewhere else to say, okay.
I was pretty fucked up.
Do you put a not for mixers like sticker on it?
No, so this is what I would do.
Yeah.
And I think because I've been around you guys, so we already know what we're gonna do. But if I'm going to my family's, my family know I drink bourbon. If I bring, a very exclusive bottle, I'm gonna bring one for me, and I'm gonna bring something that they may want to mix. So, it could be, again, it could be a BT product. It could be a Michner's product. It could be, like a, and I keep forgetting in the back of my mind, but a old granddad 114, something to that nature, and that'll be over by, like the tequilas and the Hennessy, all the stuff that my family drink. But that one bottle that is special to me, I'm gonna have it to the side. Like, no, this ain't for mixing. This is for
here's my question for you for bourbon etiquette. You're going to and I've started doing this, so I'm kind of with you on that. I'll bring my bourbon bag with 2 or 3, and I may not bring them all out at once. That first one that I throw down and I crack open, I'm not taking that home with me. That's the house's for having me over.
Sure.
We finish it or not, I'm leaving it there just as a goodwill gesture, right?
Yep.
You got to do that.
Yep.
No, that's nice. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
For sure.
But when you get into more expensive, or if you're at a friend's house and they really like it, and it's not too expensive, you leave it there. But you're not gonna leave that anything over $75 on the table.
I mean, I have.
Yeah.
because I was drinking too much, and I'm like,
Exactly. That's the point I was trying to get at with the Blue Run.
I'm
I
like,
mean, if you get down to like an inch left in that bottle, like what is
Leave
it is what it is. Like
Yep.
they'll probably
it.
get left at that place, and that just like elevates the experience
It's
that
like
much
drinking
more.
a bottle of wine you don't expect to take it home with you.
Right.
or a 12-pack of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had some cousins that would do that shit, man. They bring beer over and they take their beer with. I'm like, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I don't even drink beer like that anyway, man. That's some cheap shit anyway, man.
So who's your starter pour, MC? Where's your starter pour?
So
It gone.
let's see. I'm gonna go with anything. I'll start anything with 90 plus up to 100. That would be like my average.
Sure.
Daily drinker. One of the things that I do is I look for things. I don't have an iPhone like you guys do that are with the app that'll say, hey, this should be your pour for the night. I wish I could do that. It takes me 10 minutes to figure out
man.
what I want to drink, and then by the
don't you
time
forget.
I pour it and would sit down, I forgot what I poured. That's why I used to have. Now, like the past 8 months, I put the bottle on the table.
Sure.
But anything over 100 is going to be good, and then I might gravitate higher, or I might just say, you know what, it's been a hell of a day. Fuck them kids. We going 130, and start off, and then I might go back down. But anything over 100 proof is going to be good for.
Who was sitting next to me at Bourbon Sunday this week?
John.
I've seen him there 100 times, and it's like
John.
So we got to talk, and we had both offerings of the
John
red wheat.
Wood. Pause.
Yeah, we had the red wheat, and then we had the cast strength, the single barrel from Missouri,
Yeah. Ben Holiday.
Ben Holiday. So my buddy and I hate Westbrook Liquor, and I knew I wanted to get at least the cast strength or the red fife version of Ben Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So they had the Rick House proof
Soft red wheat. Yep.
cast strength, whatever you want to call it. So I actually want to line it up with red fife and see how it goes, because it's we
Ben
pulled
Holiday's fantastic.
we pulled out the full proof, and full proof still beat the red fife, but the complexity of the red fife, I still voted for red fife over full proof.
I like
We didn't blind it, but it was 50-50. BC and MC picked the full proof. Definitely more balanced, but the uniqueness of the red fife is where I really kind of took that home. But I got the cast strength, and then my buddy got the just the cast strength. It was a single barrel of their regular bourbon. So, but we brought it on the table, and we had the two different offerings, and there was only 6 bottles on the table or whatever.
Oh, it was more than that. I thought it was.
A little slow.
It was
slow
like
bourbon
about
Sunday.
8. It was
Nothing
8.
too crazy.
About 8.
So kind of for him, it sounds like he'd be willing to pour almost anything out for a rookie.
Sure.
But you're pouring it. You're not letting.
Right. I'm
no,
not
no.
letting. I'm pouring it.
Do not.
Well, we're starting out giving them a taste.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a half an ounce or
Give 'em
something.
a
If you like it,
Right.
then sure, I'll pour more.
No, they don't know what they like.
Right.
No. You get a little bit of this, and
It's
I'll share
that's
anything
that's smooth.
yeah, go over here. Go to something else. That's off limits now.
So John, new follower, completely eating up like freaking oatmeal everything that I was saying, because he was really appreciating the education that we were laying out. But had a great talk, like probably the best Bourbon Sunday talk I've had in quite a long time, and that was just simply because he was the bourbon novice, and we had a couple different bottles on the table, and I don't remember what was low proof. There was a low proof on the table, and it went into the locker later from your future
Buffalo
son-in-law.
Trace. So
That was just BT.
yeah, that was just Buffalo Trace. So
Why
I
is
don't.
my
I, so
brain
I
so
don't.
dead?
So you know you're my brother
Yeah.
from another.
I know where you're going on this.
You're my brother from another. That conversation that you had with him, I've had that conversation with him numerous times. We've been doing Bourbon Sunday for like 4 years.
Was he high?
No, but it kind of in between. Fuck it. It burned me up.
Did it?
Yeah, you didn't see how I was looking at you?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm like, I've only talked to this dude numerous times
Forever,
about
yeah.
about bourbon, and then you shit on me like this, and I'm like, just like I posted a picture of the New Riff malted rye. He's like, yeah, my friend put me onto this. I'm like, I didn't say anything because I'm like,
My friend is MC.
no, because he didn't have any of that. I didn't give it to him.
All right.
I didn't give it to him. That bottle, that New Riff malted rye is a hard bottle to get.
Yeah, you know what? He just saw a new riff.
Thank
I guarantee
you.
he did not
Thank
see the nuance of the bottle.
And I didn't want
you.
to. And I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be a dick and be like,
It's not what you think it is.
"Nah, fam." I just like let it go. I've learned to turn a better leaf at things and
You?
Yes.
You?
Yes.
Go.
Yes.
Bullshit. The bullshit.
I've turned.
You're turning into Elsa?
I've turned a new leaf on how to look at things. On look at things.
Since when?
Hey,
Since yesterday.
no, since Great Lakes.
That's a blast from the past 2 seasons ago.
Since Great Lakes. Great Lakes.
Turning a
Whiskey
leaf.
Fest does not count because that was not my fault.
I'd like to come to Whiskey Fest next year.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna need a stagehand and a tech guy. So
Yeah.
I'll be the.
Make something happen.
I've already won 2 free tickets to that, so
Are you
you can give my ticket away.
Good. VIP ticks.
no, your wife might want to go again.
I got 2 tickets.
Oh, you got two.
So I'll
She's
take
already
the
good.
wife,
Yep.
so you guys can
Yep.
recruit. Though I'm still going to try to get in early with you guys.
Oh yeah. No,
For sure.
100%. So my bottle, I think I'm gonna go down the line with you guys. I'm a big EC fan. I mean, we mixed. I can't tell you how many hundreds of drinks with EC 92. Just simple 94 proof, 92 proof, whatever. Throw an ice cube in it, it'll make it whatever you want.
It'll make it
94 proof?
120?
Yeah, whatever.
I mean,
Depends what barrel.
No, I mean,
right? They're private.
EC's a great one for
But-
a nice.
you know, every.
Small batch?
So to me, the bourbon novice sees the bottles on the rack at Pick and Save,
They don't understand.
and they just see the bottles on the rack at Pick and Save. They don't fully grasp that there are so many offerings within that brand. So that fundamental education comes in where you end up spending 20 minutes just on, this is not Elijah Craig small batch. This is C923. That's 133.4 proof. Like this is that barrel proof, delicious, burn your face off if you're not used to drinking bourbon.
And I'm going to add to you on that. Me being working in the liquor store for almost 4 years, they won't buy it. It's a 50-50 because they're so used to the regular Elijah Craig small batch being like $30. When they see that that private label, they're like, oh, like $80. Like, no, I'm not going to get that. Or they get it not realizing what they bought,
got.
and they take it home and they taste it, and they're like, this shit is hot.
Right.
So then that deters your new bourbon drinker because they bought something that was too hot. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. No, I hear.
They bought something that's too hot and they don't understand. That's why it's very important to either research or look at the label of what you're buying.
Now, this almost circles back because I think that, you're talking about price points and price.
Right.
When you're just getting into it, you're watching that price tag a lot closer and you're going to try to stay under $30.
Yeah, 30, 40 bucks.
40 bucks
Yep.
because you don't know what you know and you're not going to make that investment.
Yeah.
When
Yep,
you start
100%.
becoming a pro, you're going to drop a little bit more. Like you'll go to Peerless and drop the 135 on a bottle of single
Right.
barrel.
You may not have 10 or 12 of them, but you'll have that one and
Mm-hmm.
you'll savor it and really enjoy it. Maybe that turns into your birthday pour or your, special occasion kind
Or
of
your
deal.
Saturday pour or
Right.
Monday pour.
Should we just start calling that the MC pour?
I mean,
And all day early. All day
I mean, listen, guys. I had a great Monday. A lot of my troublemaker students weren't at school yesterday. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drink something I haven't posted. And I haven't posted in a while because me being, working these 3 jobs, doing a podcast, being back in school, being a grandpa. All that great stuff, hanging out with you guys. It's a lot. You're very busy, and sometimes I look and I'm like, I overlook these bottles, and be like, oh well, damn. So then when I picked up the bottle and looked at it, it was from fall of 2015. I was like, damn, it's 2024. I've had this bottle that long?
You know, I've done that too. I've looked, dug to the back, and I'm like, shit, I got this bottle. Like, damn, I'm pulling it out tonight.
There you go.
I did it last night. The chef was over, Damon, and
Shout out to Damon.
yeah,
He's a great
shut up.
chef.
And he's just
good.
like, all right, I'm starting to get in a rye. What do you got for me?
Sure.
And I'm like, well, the first thing I did was pull out the Wisco's Driftless Glen Blue Label bottle.
Yeah.
I said, you're gonna love this.
And that's over.
So, like,
That's 122 proof, isn't it?
So to me, that like he doesn't deserve that yet.
That's a
tell you-
chef.
You know,
It's
he's
just something. So I know it's someone special. I mean,
someone
they're gonna
special, and you know
appreciate
what? He's like, damn, that's good. You're absolutely right about that.
Oh, they get
But
fucked up
but I
tonight.
was gonna end up also grabbing the. I grabbed the dancing goat.
Pork wine in Amsterdam.
I was gonna say that you can spot an Amsterdam forever.
I'm sorry, man. I just had to get that out there. I'm sorry.
But I grabbed the driftless, the dancing goat. It was the Wisco pick with distillery. Was it? No, Grainworks.
Yeah,
The one they
Grainworks.
did, Wisco Grainworks. That's a phenomenal rye.
Just a year ago.
So yeah, you were there. I pulled that bottle out and said, "You're gonna like this too."
I know.
So it's just he's more into bourbon and whiskey than he wants you to believe.
Sure,
But I tried every time he comes to cook. I'm just like, "Hey, what do you want tonight?"
sure.
You tell him to put something in the cooking.
No, I haven't had him add anything yet. But yeah, it's funny though. My youngest daughter, she pulled my menu out. She goes, "That'll be $5 off our bill."
See, that's why you can't put prices on
So
it.
have you done that yet? I think he's the only one that's done that. Made
just took
a-
the-
This
I just took
freaking
it-
guy,
Figure out our tab at the next
this guy.
You don't wanna
He
know
went
that
above
tab.
and beyond. He went above.
I
and
don't have the
beyond.
time.
Yeah, I don't have the time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
It
But-
took
but
an
it
entire
helps-
fucking weekend.
it helps with insurance purposes.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I hear
Okay,
that.
I gotta
hear
ask you that. So did you take a special rider out for your bourbon?
No,
How did you do it?
it's considered under property value.
Can I ask what insurance you have? I have Allstate, and they don't really have a special policy for that. They've
Yep.
referred me to other ones.
It-
but I'm
it's
like,
no- it's not a
getting
special-
up there, I don't have anything like Old Man Dan.
No.
If I got something that's worth having
So-
something on.
You
it.
don't-
It's
don't have to.
American. I got American Family Insurance. He says it falls under your personal property right, or personal property on your insurance. He said you do not need to have a special rider for it.
Okay.
He says all you need to do is record what you have and the value of it. As long as you have that, and I actually
I'm in
$1
trouble.
million.
I
Shit.
I
I'm in
sent
You're
him.
trouble.
gonna send them something? Like,
I
every
sent them-
6 months or something?
Oh yeah, I send it to him on a regular basis and say, hey, this is what it's at now. This
I
is
just
what
keep a
it's at
straight
now.
face.
Holy shit! I gotta start doing that. Because
'Cause otherwise you can't prove it.
Right.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, you can't prove it otherwise. So I snap a photo of the cabinet, all the doors open,
Cabinet. Okay, you don't have
and-
to show the receipts.
and then I go to
No
my
receipts.
tater cabinet, tap a photo of the tater
Base it
cabinet. I
on
grab.
a secondary value if it needs to get replaced.
I mean, you could use that app that you guys are using.
I
Right.
can't use. I don't have a. I don't have a.
Apple phone.
I don't have an
What
iPhone.
the fuck?
Oh, okay.
I'm Android.
Us Android
too
people are
bad.
left in the dark right now.
I know. Thank you,
I know.
man. As my
Rick,
Android
get with
sits
the
right
program.
there. You know.
But they need to get with the program.
Thank you, man. All
It's
apps
Only
should-
drams need to
all
get with the
apps-
program.
Only
all
brands
apps
need
should
to
be
get-
created equally. All apps should be created equally.
Yeah, we
Oh, here we go.
developed an app for
Here we
the
go.
Chamber of Commerce, and
Here
I
we
tell you
go.
right now, it's a lot easier to put out an app for Android than it is Apple. Apple is ridiculous when it
Yeah.
comes to trying to create an app and the fees involved.
Well, I don't know.
So
All apps should be created
Are
equally.
we gonna go there again?
All apps matter.
Jesus.
Old lives matter.
So I'm gonna close up my max bottle. Someone that's never had bourbon or just barely wanted to have bourbon. My max bottle is probably that 100-ish. Like I'll get into Penelope toasted. I'll get into that Nulu pick toasted rye, toasted bourbon.
You won't put them in your 135 Peerless at all?
No,
What about the Chattanooga?
Chattanooga's $30 a pop.
That Chattanooga's a good one. to put 'em into.
He put me on to that. He put me on to
111?
that.
Oh, yeah.
Chattanooga is in the wheelhouse to drink every day
Yes.
because it's cheap. Like it's so good at 2.5 years.
People are okay with what?
That's only 2.5 years.
Yeah, two years, 7 months.
A $200 bottle.
Right.
You're gonna be like,
No, they won't appreciate it.
No, but like, so phase 2 of these questions, you've got bourbon friends over, and you already know
Y'all,
that I'm gonna.
I have you guys over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been stuck with my boss. from
we've all
Branch,
had each
Missouri
other
so much.
over.
Right.
So
So
Except for you.
my thought process is here. You guys are at my bourbon cave.
okay.
Every bottle that's open is able to be poured from.
And that's
like
the same
you
thing as my
almost
house.
don't have
Yep.
to ask.
Yep.
You almost don't have to ask. Out of courtesy, hey, can I get a pour of this blank? And it'll be like, yeah, no problem. And if I go up, just be careful with it. It's like, hey, it's a
It's
special bottle. It's exclusive. It's hard to find.
It's like
maybe
it's
take
like the
3/4
full-bodied
of a
cigar.
pour.
Don't give it to a novice.
Well, and it's also, we all know
Respect.
how easy bottles are able to catch. We're able to catch easy bottles, or we're able to find those hard bottles, or we have resources to get those hard bottles to find. So not worried about sharing bourbon or having you guys drink out my, freaking sugar plum or something like that we can't get anymore. Like that's probably those single barrels I'm excited to go get, but I'm also really sad because you will not ever get a sugar plum again.
Yeah.
Unless you.
And I want to
Yeah.
cuss out John Fiedler. You went down to Peerless for that toasted event, and you did not grab me a single barrel on the way back.
He did not.
You call me, man. Call me.
toasted?
Shame.
Shame.
You went
Shame.
down there
know,
for the toasted. but
You're not angry. You're disappointed.
I don't necessarily need the toasted, but they
I would
had,
be
They had
angry.
a single barrel bourbon. It's like, dude, call me.
Yeah.
You know I'm into it.
Actually, I would be bourbon angry. Bangry.
Bang.
Bangry. That's what I would be.
That sounds
Bangry.
like
about born
a
green?
porn thing.
Born
I'm-
green,
Yeah, it's a great.
burn green.
That's breakup sex right there. Bangry.
Angry.
You're bangry.
Hey, you know you're live right now. You do know that, right?
Bang.
Wait. Let me switch. Enough. Up. There we go.
No,
Oh,
I don't
now
need
we
to be
can
on
see.
camera for
I'm
that.
just kind of flipping the camera randomly around every couple
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
So, we're at 45 minutes, so we should maybe pay some bills.
Pay some bills. And
Come
see if
back
we
for
can
2
get-
seconds.
Come back.
See if Mr. Pippen is ready for us. It's already
Right.
6:30.
If
So
we can't get Pippen, let's see if we can get his handler.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
holler at Fahim.
Well, Fahim, he's right there. I mean,
Fahim.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back
Right
after a word from our sponsor. Hey, Barrel Proof Army, it's your boy Bourbon T. This episode is brought to you by Camtech Machining. They do high-speed wire EDM, so electrical discharge machining. Think about it: welding adds material with electricity. EDM removes material with electricity with extreme accuracy. So if any guys listening out there that need some super professional pieces of equipment that are super precise, reach out to Camtech 262-679-8004.
Scotty, I remember you from back in the day when you played with Brad Sellers.
Are we live?
We are live.
Do y'all record this or it's what? What's
Yeah,
up?
we got it on the board.
Oh, it's all recorded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good. We're
Yeah.
good.
All right.
I'm gonna chew my nuts while I talk to y'all.
Pause.
Major pause. Yeah,
Major.
that's right. That's right.
What's happening?
So Scotty, tell us about your brand. Tell us the story. I want to have our listeners hear about the story.
Well, make it short and quick and simple.
There you go.
During the pandemic, I was able to reach out to Dave Finney's company and drop a generic message.
Sure.
One of my business partners, and basically told Dave Finney that I wanted to do a collaboration with him.
Awesome.
He took it as a hoax, but he did return my call,
Sure.
and I think the rest is history after that.
Yeah.
Sure is.
It's some great history. It's delicious too.
It is.
Yeah,
Delicious, too.
It's a good dinner, a good start to dinner. You know, I like to say on the podcast is, you know, wet your whistle, meaning to get started. You know, we get started right away, like like 92 proof, 90. I'm usually like a 100 proof guy, or usually higher up. But if I'm having dinner, you know, we're gonna start with something to get it going, and when we get it going, it goes from there. But I really like it. I was privy to getting a bottle a couple years ago when it first came out in my hometown, which is south of here, and now I'm starting to see it's starting to be pretty prevalent where everybody can get it now.
Yes, it's been a journey. As I said, it's been out for 4 years, but I have a great team that's continued to work day in and day out. We're out in different markets. I'm out in different markets promoting it, but this has been a bit of a happy hobby, I guess I should say.
Sure.
'Cause
Yeah.
Sure.
I've always enjoyed having a nice cocktail and celebrating, and to be able to walk away from the game of basketball and be able to use some of my basketball skills that I learned as to what it takes to be great, what it takes to work with other people, what it takes to make a great team. And I think falling in this lane is no different than sports. It's about having the right people on your team, and you can win. And I feel like I got a winning team.
Are you a cigar smoker?
I would have to say no.
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 It'll change your life if you pair the two together. Just saying.
Yeah, but
saying.
I end up dying a lot younger too.
Well, listen, Scotty.
I'm older than you.
Listen,
So
I started smoking cigars in 1992 when I walked across the stage in high school. 1992, I am 50, and I smoke cigars every day
wow.
and drink bourbon every day.
Yeah, well, you look in great shape.
I appreciate it. I mean, I'm a little fat, but I mean,
No.
Yo, you ain't fat. You happy.
Yeah.
but in
Well,
the face, I don't look it.
Yeah. Well, I will say that back in the years that I won championships, it was kind of do what everybody else is doing. So I've had my years of smoking cigars during my celebration time, but it's not my character to smoke a cigar.
Hey,
all cool.
no
But
harm, no foul.
I'm on the golf course a lot.
Okay,
You may get one out of me a year, but I'm
we'll
not
take that. We'll
I'm
take
not
one.
a cigar smoker. I like drinking my bourbon neat. I like drinking it as a cocktail.
What's your favorite cocktail as a bourbon if you're going to drink a cocktail?
Wow. I got my own little mix I do at home.
Talk to us. Oh,
Yeah.
We got the Pippen
recipe
blend.
time.
Yeah, I got the cold press at my house, so I cold press me some Granny Smith green apples,
Okay.
and I take that and I take about depending on how much I'm making, but I use cinnamon sugar, a little bit of fresh lemon, and a little sweetener. Sometimes I just use a little honey, or I use some other kind of sweetener to kind of sweeten it up a little
Agave
bit.
or something. Yeah. Nice.
But it's my drink of choice at home.
Okay. And now you drinking it neat or you drinking it on ice?
Well, I drink my bourbon mostly neat, but if
Right
I got
on.
friends, females around, people that I'm trying to like
Impressed.
introduce them to the bourbon world,
yeah.
I like to give them a nice sort of girly cocktail.
You know, it's funny that you say that. You know, as far as
My
introduce-
cocktail is kind of sneaky. It'll sneak up on you. So
So
I
got a
call
question.
it the panty dropper.
The Pippin's panty dropper.
Tonight we had a bourbon, actually cocktail made on his name called.
We didn't get that. We didn't get
Yeah.
that, fam.
I'm sorry, you're busy here. You
We
should
want
get
that. We want that
was really
recipe
good.
over
Yeah,
again.
we didn't.
No,
we
no, I
didn't
can't
get
give you that recipe.
I got it.
You got it
Oh, we
recorded.
got
You
it.
better
We
go
got
back
it.
and listen.
We got him. I got it.
So Scotty, if someone comes over, you know, you're you're having a shindig, you know, a little get together, and somebody is new to bourbon, you want to introduce them to them, when they see that, hey, I understand you got your own bottle, you know, Digits, Savage and Cook, shout out to them.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
Yeah, they're doing a great stuff. Great stuff.
you know, if you're gonna introduce them to something, are you gonna introduce them to yours as an entry level, or are you gonna introduce them to something else?
Meaning, introduce them to what? The cocktail I just introduced you?
Whether it's a cocktail, you got somebody new to bourbon that's never had it, but they want to try it.
Neat.
Neat.
I want them to try it neat.
But what are you gonna give them?
I'm going to give it to them neat. I
No,
want
you're
them
gonna give him yours?
Yeah.
give them mine's neat.
Right on,
I
right
ain't
on.
getting them nothing else. I wouldn't be sitting here if you were drinking something else now.
That's like Henry
But yeah,
Ford. You
I
can't
like
have any-
I created this bourbon really to be approachable for anybody.
It is.
I wasn't a big time bourbon drinker when I started this, so I wanted something nice, easy, smooth, no sharp edges, something that females would be willing to try. I know I got a lot of female fans out there. So
We got a lot of female listeners.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So tell them to get their digits up then.
Right on. A lot of y'all didn't catch that, but I did.
I got it. Awesome. Well, what's next for Digits?
We're just trying to grow it.
Keep doing
you know,
it.
it's
Yeah.
a lot of
Okay.
markets. It's a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
great.
different avenues in this game. You know, you got to do the on premise, all that kind of stuff. Get into bars and things of that nature. So it's a bit of a journey, but I got nothing but time.
Well, not only do you have nothing but time, but you got a crew that's got your back now.
Yeah,
We
I mean, I'm a
we
great
represent-
team.
We represent the Wisconsin brands, bars,
Yes.
restaurants,
Yes.
establishments, and we put stuff on the map. And like I said, I've had this 2 years ago, and now I'm having it again. We'll help you, man. We'll get
I
it out there.
appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate you guys bringing me on your podcast.
We appreciate
Wish you
doing
guys
that.
nothing but luck and all the best. I love the name Barrel Proof, huh?
Yes,
Barrel
yes.
Proof vodka.
You got
Wow.
us right there. You got me, Maduro chocolate.
Yeah.
You got bourbon.
You
Thai.
Maduro chocolate.
Yeah, Maduro chocolate.
Damn.
All day. I appreciate it. Maduro chocolate right there. Yeah, right there on the top.
I see it.
Look at this guy.
Our buddy Big Coleon, today is his birthday. He's in the hospital.
Oh,
Yeah,
So
in the
he's
hospital.
not here. He's in the hospital. So shout out to him. Happy
Shout out.
birthday.
Happy
We
birthday.
understand- hope you get better, you get well. Scottie's here. He's representing.
yeah. I'm filling his seat right now, I guess.
Yeah.
So we
So-
have a single battle, digit battle, probably in talking. So they're gonna have a single battle program coming.
Nice.
With the digit.
Very cool.
Coming to Ayra. So I think it's gonna be the first, maybe single battle coming.
A little
to Ayra.
Digit single barrel from Ayra's.
And in Wisconsin, it's gonna be first battle.
First
Very
first barrel in Wisconsin. We need dibs on that. We need dibs.
That's right.
We got you.
We need dibs on that.
We got you.
We need dibs.
Hey, guys.
Well, Scotty.
I know y'all got a great show going on here.
Yep.
Thank you for your time.
I've been
Really
busy all day.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes.
You've been here, man.
gotta
I
go
see
eat.
you.
I'm about to go eat some great Indian food.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm dropping the mic.
There we go. Scotty.
Yes, guys. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank
We
you guys
need you
so
on
much.
too.
Oh, no, you don't want me.
Yes, whenever you
Come
got
on
time.
in,
We
lady.
need you.
I'm an asshole. You don't want
Come
me.
on,
Hey,
Shanna.
so are we. So
Come
are
on,
we.
Shanna.
Come on, have a seat.
No, no, no.
Come
I'm
on.
just happy
Thank you,
to-
guys.
No, no, no.
Cheers.
Love you guys. Bye.
Woo! That was awesome.
All right. Well,
We
thank
made
you,
it-
Scotty,
we-
for spending 10 minutes with us. That was awesome. Really appreciate that. Yeah. It's real. Like,
That was awesome.
Nice guy, too. You guys need anything else?
I'm not afraid.
Yeah, we need-
I'm
we
not
need-
afraid to say. What? You want?
The welcome drink?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not afraid to say this. We talked about it here with tequila and all of the other celebrity type brands, and it's very displeasurable almost. Like, it's really not something that you're really excited. You have a bottle, you have one bottle, and you kind of move on from that. I'm gonna say this is definitely changing my opinion on a celebrity level brand and where we're at.
Hey, Dario,
So
you want some of Scotty's nuts?
you want some Scotty nuts in your mouth?
All right.
So
Dicks.
well, it's cool to hear that that's got the
Only at
single
Ayra's.
program. I think from here, got some closing remarks. We're already over an hour, so we're in a pretty good spot here. Have to always appreciate Fahim for laying out the red carpet for us
Yes,
at Ayra's Bourbon and Cigar
Fahim,
Lounge.
VG, and his entire staff.
They've got such a great program here between their barrel picks and their cigar selection. And you walk into what you would think is just another liquor store, and you take a right, and you go into some of the classiest bourbon lounge that you have in here in Metro Milwaukee area. So I really appreciate him opening the door and as generous and gracious as he always is. So as we kind of slow this down and get these closing remarks going through, just extend that appreciation again. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up here in season 3. Going to be on location. Probably a return to Metro Germantown. Probably a return to Nice Ash Cigar Bar. Obviously,
we got to get to Explorium.
Our household second home here with Ayra's, but Explorium's in the works.
Racine.
You got to get back to the distillery. Like, there are just episode after episode. Sean and Maddie at Maddie's Bar and Grill, and Fahim. Everybody's been so supportive in our pilgrimage towards success. So we're doing great things. We're making moves. 800 followers on Facebook. Kind of exciting.
Very exciting.
Super exciting. We're going to be streaming on YouTube here shortly before we even know it. So it's good stuff. But follow my line, WI Bourbon Tie on Instagram, TG Huey Facebook. Wisco Bourbon Club's always been supporting us.
Very much
doing
so.
different things, but we're together because we're a big happy family. So,
yes, we are.
Doing different things, but the same. So super excited. We're hitting the Bourbon Trail here in just a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
We're killing that.
Couple weeks. What's the countdown?
Yeah, what's the
I
countdown?
knew he was looking right now.
Josh has the countdown.
27 days, 21 hours.
Oh, shit.
27 days. Oh shit.
Hey, boss man,
Less than a month.
I got to put PTO in for that.
That's hard. That's hard.
I got to put PTO in for that.
Your bus is leaving a little different than ours, but only the day after.
A day later.
Yeah.
We leave Wednesday
Yeah, a
morning.
day later, a bottle shorter.
Oh, that's how you feel? I mean, I can make that up. Just pull something off the shelf.
Let's go.
I mean, let's do it.
Let's do it. You want to
I
play?
ain't trying to outdrink. I ain't trying to have a drinking
I'm
cup.
going to try to stay sober.
Hey,
Fail.
AMC.
Instantly fail.
we missed you last year. This is going to be great having
No,
you.
we're going to have a good time.
Yes.
It'll be a good
He's
time.
trying to have a drinking competition. I already know.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh God, when are we doing it? Thursday night? Or?
No, on the front porch of the Airbnb.
Yeah, that's
Smoking
the best.
cigars.
Smoking cigars.
We're gonna do a
drinking
bottle share.
bourbon.
So between our trip last year, between 6 guys, we spent like almost $20,000.
Are you serious?
It was
Last
damn
year?
near 20 grand.
Last
It was
year?
18,000 last year.
Really?
Yeah. You see this? You see this stuff?
Let's not
I'll show you.
let's not go there. I'm glad my wife doesn't listen.
Well, I didn't comment
But
on who
I have to
spent
I
this
have,
20
I have
grand.
to say though, this year I'm hoping to be tamer because I'm only interested in those distillery
remember
only
that picture.
releases, single barrels, that sort of thing. I'm not going to be
my
unless
That
someone's
was
telling
all.
me, "Hey, grab this for me if you see it."
Tater bait out there for us.
Oh, there's always tater bait.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, I got 3 people rolling between $600 and $1,000 that they're gonna Venmo me to get bottles. So
Really?
I'm glad.
Oh, we're gonna be
we've
stacking that table.
Well, I'm glad we got Chris. We got Christy and Rich coming down in an extra vehicle. They got a pickup truck with only 2 people in it.
Oh, fantastic.
So they're gonna be able to mule back whatever we need to have mule back. So we've got some great plans. Thunder over Louisville. You guys are planning to go down to Kentucky for any amount of time. It's the kickoff to the horse racing season. It's the world's largest, North America's largest fireworks festival. They throw an air show in the middle of it. We're doing at least like 35 barrel picks when we're down there, so we'll figure it out.
If you're going to be down there, message Barrel Proof
Yeah.
Podcast to find out where
Yeah,
we're at.
holler at Facebook.
Jesus.
We've got I know I'm joking, right?
Oh, I'm like, I'm not gonna make it.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it.
My word.
We'll have a paramedic on board.
So
We got a couple paramedics.
it's all right, bro.
Bring your
I know
AED.
CPR. I know CPR. Yeah, so we're
Mouth to mouth, you're
just
gonna
having-
die.
We're having a great time. I really appreciate the support. As we get into to the middle section of season 3 here, because this is already 5 or 6 episodes deep.
I think it's more than that.
4.
Yeah,
No.
6, 7.
No,
we got a couple in the
we
hole.
got-
You got a couple in the hole?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We got
So
at least
we're
3
already
in the
probably
hole.
almost halfway through the season already.
Yeah. Well, not
as
half,
we
no,
grow,
we're doing 20 episodes
20,
a season. Yeah.
yeah, we're
You
almost
can't,
10.
you can't math. We know that.
I said 6, 7. That's
I'm just
close
glad
to
he
10.
doesn't give
That's close
medications to
half,
people.
right?
Have to measure that
Oh
shit
wait,
out.
oh wait.
He does give medication.
After Barrel Proof Podcast, that
Spirits.
Bourbon. Spirits for medicinal purposes.
So we're gonna have to try to do a little meetup down Louisville. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. It's gonna be a good time. So we're making strides, making waves, doing some good stuff.
Big strides. We got an anniversary party coming up in
Yeah.
May.
We're gonna do it right.
We need to start ironing out the details of that ASAP. We still got the homecoming show for me to do for us to do in Racine with the Christoph experience.
Yep,
with,
yep,
Kevin
yep, yep.
Christoph.
I would
where-
love to get in on that.
Yes, you will. You
So-
will. We're gonna
so
smoke 3
let's
cigars
do-
at one time.
Let's try to get like 15 or 20 people on that.
Well, I'll talk. So we're gonna be at Bucket's Pub. There's gonna be a lot of cigar smokers there. So what we need to do is I need the people who are actually gonna smoke 1, 2, 3 plus Colin.
4,
4.
5.
So
BC?
Brad will smoke.
Brad will smoke.
Brad will smoke.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that's 5. And I'm sure
So let's call it 8 to 10.
8 to 10. He'll do it. So
Let's call
he
it 8 to 10.
He's got to get
Have an
those.
event.
He's got to get that cigars. He's got to get those cigars together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be smoking a Corona.
Taking a wild guess.
3 different Coronas with 3 different leaves. 3 different leaves on the out, but the wrapper and the binder and filler is going to be the same, but it's going to be a different wrapper
wrapper?
leaf.
Yeah.
So you
And
can
I've done that. It
taste the nuances.
It was one of the best cigar experiences I've ever done
Nice.
in my life.
Nice.
Hey, pour me up some too, bro.
Hey, I ended up grabbing a pour of Ayra's Old Forester. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the blue label.
The blue label.
They buying one of those too.
Don't
I'll be grabbing
tell
one
me
of them
that.
tonight.
Don't tell me that.
Oh no, man. I am not an Old Forester
How
freak, but
how is
I
the Rye
love
3
it.
toasted?
I
How is the Rye
love
3?
it.
I don't like
Dude, I'm gonna leave with the bottle.
Oh,
Don't
that's
tell me
Rye
that.
3. I came here and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try Rye 3. I'm gonna try his double oaked. I'm gonna try the Old Forester, and I may leave with 3 bottles.
Yeah,
That sucks.
it is.
It really does suck.
They still have coins out there?
I haven't
Yeah.
tried the
You didn't get one?
But he
Just-
might have a few left.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't get one, I'll give you mine. I
Old
don't- you know.
Forester. I gotta
Oh,
try.
got you.
The Rye 3.
So what else? Insta?
Oh, Insta. Daria Wilson on Facebook. Maduro_chocolate on Instagram. I think there's a new one now called Threads or some shit like that. That's tied to Instagram. I'm new to that. TikTok. I think it's Maduro Chocolate. I'm still learning with that. I'm just that guy that loves to hang out and smoke and drink and do the things that we do. Again,
Nice backhand.
I want to give a happy birthday to Big Coleon. You were missed today.
Miss you, brother.
Yeah, Big Coleon.
I hope,
Wish you well.
you're
Get
getting
healthy.
well. On Real Talk and shit. I don't even know what to say. I mean, I'm thinking about going to Brewtown. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
So it's Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, Brewtown.
Do tacos at my house.
I mean, that could be arranged too.
That slaps.
Nobody's home.
Oh, well, shit.
Oh, that's right.
No chances to get in
the daughter at
trouble.
spring break.
Spaghetti.
You sure your wife doesn't listen?
I got plenty of beds. You guys can sleep.
It'll be weeks later. It's not going to matter.
Friday. Not Wednesday.
Uh-oh.
Is that my credit card?
Are you closing
Yep.
something out?
No, I just don't want to have it back there. I like the pre-op.
Yeah.
area.
All right.
I ended up having to just throw my credit card down
Keep it
because I saw
open.
Scottie
Keep it
Pippen
no
out here.
bottles on there.
Camtech.
Right.
No, this isn't Camtech. This is personal.
Oh, Camtech. It's still Camtech. It's fine.
Right, you can write it off.
I can't.
I mean, we're not gonna say that too loud. But
Yeah, Camtech has written off some shit from our Kentucky trips. Let's
Oh my God.
you were there for barbecue.
Mama's Barbecue.
You know what?
Bourbon's Bistro.
Well, you were there for business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is business for me.
Yeah.
I want to do a single barrel for Camtech to give out to my customers. That's kind of a
Where do you want to go?
oh shit. My weight loss coach is calling me.
Uh-oh. Guess what?
Must be texting me, too.
She follows
my
us.
butt's
They
vibrating.
follow
Bye,
us. We see you
Felicia.
drinking.
I see you drinking on Barrel Proof Podcast. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Yeah.
Fine, me and Josh are going to Taco Bell again.
Yeah. I'm not going to Taco Bell now. I've
haven't
been
eaten fast food in 1 month. Proud of it.
3 weeks down 25.
Yeah.
So I'm
Good for you.
I'm happy.
I jumped on the scale this morning, 254.
I wish.
I got you beat.
I got you beat.
I got you beat.
I've got you beat.
I got you beat.
Are we going high score here?
The fat men don't jump.
54. Are you trying to get on roller coasters or something? I mean,
No, I'm trying to get down. I'm trying to get. So I was a 32 slim when I was 21 years
I
old.
was gonna say, what is it like?
And I haven't
1792.
I've been 32 since I was in high school.
I would like to get down to 200, maybe 230.
Me too, but
34 was like, that was what I was forever.
You see how skinny Fahim is?
Yeah.
I used to look like that before I let myself go.
Well, I mean, now I feel bad because I know how it feels now because I know I let myself go. Good Lord. Once I turned 21 and found out you can go to the bars and eat late, there it went.
There it went.
Bye.
I was good on that for about 9 years.
Never went to waste.
After
Went
that,
to your
I
waste.
Then metabolism caught up to my ass.
Yeah. All right. So
You know,
I'm gonna
pretty sign off.
I'm gonna say the sign, right? So make sure you keep those Glencairns full, those cigars lit.
And we had a great evening this evening.
Put them together.
Put them together.
Oh, we're
and
gonna,
then I'm gonna do yours. Fuck them taters.
Well, you got to do that because, you know, I got to end it with
Yes, you do. Oh,
Dude,
shit, I can't reach over there.
You're spilling. You're Oh, my God. This is a travesty right now. Jesus. Sounds like a bad keyboard.
You're in on Kentucky next year, bro.
It was my wallet.
Shops well, I was going to say shops closed, but I got liquor all on my phone.
it's all right. It'll evaporate.
Right.
Shops closed, but you got to say,
I said fuck them taters.
oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't be a fucking.
Oh, don't be a fucking tater. Well,
God.
fuck you.
Oh, my God. Good night.
Do we need to redo this?
Yeah, let's redo
I'm
it.
not worried about it. Bye, Felicia.
It's your boy Maduro. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. Shops closed.